Hello. I'm just doing something before I go to bed here. We got the Game Awards coming up. We're going to be live reacting to this over on the Spawntrap channel, youtube.com/@SpawntrapGames. What we did last year, we did a little predictions. We did a little bit predictions competition during the show live. I have tasked just about everybody on Spawntrap to create a predictions list. I am doing that right now because I don't know what other time I'm going to have before the live stream. I'll probably have, it's a 20, we got 20 days. I probably do have some time, but I'm streaming right now. I just did a live reaction to the Mix Fall Showcase. So by the time I'm uploading this, that should hopefully be available. I think we're going to upload everything here probably on the weekend before we do record our podcast. So we should have an episode of the Spawntrap podcast hopefully happening soon, of which I need to actually get the topics ready for that. So still some work to do. So I'm gonna try not to be too long on this stuff, but we'll see. I have not looked at the nominations for the Game Awards this year. I know some controversial things, some things not a lot of people agree with, a lot of things I don't agree with personally, but at the same time, I'm following a lot of these creators who get involved in the nomination process, even the voting process. I don't think they really reveal who's voting until after, but I know at least one person who has voted for one of the controversial opinion, internet opinions here, and explained his reasoning for including, I'll just say what it is right now, the Elden Ring DLC for Game of the Year. I don't agree with the decision to do that, but I can respect the reasoning behind it. Not only his reasoning, but other people who are defending that position. I don't agree with the defense personally, but I understand where they're coming from. So I feel like on the other end, I see people on my feed saying like this is the most disastrous decision ever imaginable, and there's no reason, like the entire award show is a scam because of this one decision to include this game. I feel like everybody on both sides needs to calm down. This is just a celebration of games. It's a giant commercial award show. That's what this is. But at the same time, all these decisions were decided for a reason by someone in the industry who cares and is passionate about games. In an amazing year for games. None of these things are none of these decisions were bad games to infiltrate the Game Awards for nefarious reasons. These were decided on because people genuinely love the games for the reason they feel fit the category, even though I might not agree with the decision. Like last year when there was two indie categories, I think there was two indie categories, and almost none of the games were technically indie. But people had wild opinions on both sides of the issue, just like right now. So I can be like, I don't agree with that. I don't think it should have been nominated. I don't think it should have been voted on. But I respect the people who disagree with me. And you know what? The decision, still a great game, and we could celebrate the game for that reason. Okay? So just keep that in mind. That's my energy going into this. I feel like everybody should have that same sort of mindset. Whether you disagree or not on the nominations, the decision, or who won, you can at least, say, you know what, I just appreciate everything here for what it is, okay? It's a celebration of games. At the same time, a giant commercial for consumerism. That's the baseline of what we're at right here. If you want a proper award show for games, there are others that fit the description that you're looking for, that have specific criteria and are made by and for the industry. Jeff Keighley is putting on a commercial. He's putting on a big performance show to celebrate his love and passion for games. That's, go into the Game Awards with the proper mindset, and you're not gonna have you know, your heart rate rise or anything like that. You're gonna be in a much more proper mindset for this. Keep in mind, the Game Awards used to be so much worse. We're at a good place right now. We need to keep the discourse low and not ruin a good thing compared to what things used to be during like the Spike TV days, okay? Remember the disaster and embarrassment that the show used to be, with non-stop skits of mocking gamers and just the whole industry and everything? That was a sad, pathetic showcase. This is so much better. I can disagree with so many of these things that are happening here, and the nominations and all that stuff, but we're in such a better place right now. Come on, just like keep that energy, okay? Please. With that said, I'm gonna look at the nominations. I don't know why I have a pen here. I'm not gonna be writing stuff down. This was for Steam wishlists for the showcase that we just watched. Yeah, so I'm gonna look at the nominations. I have a notepad here to save it, so we can go into the live show and say like, oh, let's see who won. I'm gonna make this proper like spreadsheet or something to keep track of where we're at. But for now, it's just a notepad list, okay? So yeah. Let me just test something here because something was not working for me. Let's see. I want to see if my computer fixed this. Okay, cool. My keyboard should be working now. I just couldn't like copy and paste shit. I don't know why. So let's see, nominees. We're looking at nominees, view all categories. I'm not actually going to vote on this stuff. I have internal issues about actually voting on things. I know the votes don't matter much. I think they're like 10% of the overall decision, But just the fact that I don't play every new game in that year. I wait till stuff is like on sale and ready for me to I'm through some of my backlog and I have time for it, I can't play every game that came out this year that's a nominee for Game of the Year. So I don't want to influence the vote on my uninformed decision here. I don't know what, let's say for let's say best RPG, a category I'm not that familiar with, right? I don't play a whole lot of RPGs. I can't determine what fits the best RPG because I haven't played everything. I can't influence, best I could probably do a best adaptation. Probably do that. Yeah, audio design. I don't know. I need to actually play the game and listen to it to say, oh yeah, this game had the best audio design. And that's just not maybe I watched some people stream it, but that's not the ideal situation to determine what had the best audio design, So I don't know unless I play the game, and I don't want to influence the vote and skew it. That said, I realize that most people are probably doing this and probably just going in and voting for stuff just for some sort of bias to try to switch the vote and change things up. But at the end of the day, I don't want to be part of the problem here. I just want to have fun and predict stuff where things are going to go based on how I see things, just following the industry and everything, and where I feel things are probably going to go. That said, let's start off, or should I go from the bottom? Let's go from the bottom, because I think they're going to go from the bottom to the top anyway. So let's start here. Best. Oh wait, we got player's voice. Go to player's voice. Oh, these aren't. Oh, okay. So we're not going to know this yet. Let's go previous. All right, let's start here. Best esports team. I'm going to have to pick one. I don't know. I don't follow esports. I feel like I would like to. But let's see. Best esports Should I just capitalize everything like that? Esports is all lowercase in the description. How do you spell? How do you capitalize esports? I still haven't learned that. Okay. Let's see. Best esports team. Okay. And I'm gonna pick. So let's see. Billy Gaming for to play League of Legends. Gen G, League of Legends. Navi, Counter Strike. T1, League of Legends, and Team Liquid for Dota 2. The only esports team. Oh, let me change my stream title actually. Let's see. I'm gonna title this. Why am I blanking on what I need to title this here? Predicting Game Awards nomination winners. Okay. I'm gonna put Team Liquid. That's the only one I'm aware of. Team Liquid. That's the only one I've heard people mention. Best esports athlete. I know who Faker is. Wasn't there controversy with Faker? We got 3-3, Alexib, Chovy, Faker, Zaiwu. I'm probably butchering these names. I'm sorry. And how the fuck? Not even gonna bother. I don't want to. I'm gonna be terrible at pronouncing that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna assume Faker. This one. So let's see. Best esports athlete. Faker's the only one I'm aware of. I think there's some sort of like negative controversy for Faker, but I don't remember. I don't follow this stuff, so I'm sorry. Best esports game. See, this is a tough one because it's always the same games every year, or almost all the same games, and they're all like you can make a case for all of them. So here's where we can look at the description. I feel like Jeff Keighley puts out like, hey, here's the description for the category, and the people nominating games are like, yeah, okay, but what if I nominate this game for completely different reasons? It's like, well, that's not the okay, fine, do whatever. Like that's the mindset. It's like I can't stop you. Like we chose you as the nomination person, so like do whatever you want. Even though it goes against the description, I can't stop you. These aren't like, this is the rules that we said. You can vote on whatever you want that you feel fit the category. But that said, let's see. For the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform. We got Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang. I have not heard of that, so I'm not gonna assume that. And Valorant. If I had to pick, I feel like nobody's talking about Dota, but that just could be just like my sphere and my feeds. I just don't see that happening. I've never heard of Mobile Legends Bang Bang. So my pick would probably be Counter-Strike 2, League, or Valorant. I feel like I see more people talking about League and Valorant lately, especially League with content and media surrounding it. There's also that big event that happened for League recently. Overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates. I'm gonna put my vote, not vote, but I'm gonna put my guess in for League. So we're going best esports game. I'm gonna put League of Legends. So that's my pick. Is gonna be League of Legends. Content creator of the year. We got Queso. I don't know the second person here. I don't know any of these people. I only know Queso. Typical gamer. Then we got a VTuber here. I feel this is a rough one for me to want to pick because in years past, I feel like most people who win this category end up soon after being complete piles of shit of human beings. Just because I know we've had Dr. Disrespect has been one. Fucking Boogie has been another one. And it's just like I don't want to support. I don't know if like Nick Merckx or someone has in the past as well. But like all these guys can go fuck themselves. Like I don't care. But like for me, I seen Queso in some content and he seems like a funny guy. But like I don't know if he's a fucking white supremacist or what. Like I don't know because that's the kind of like expectation I'm going into this now for this category. Just because that's the kind of people that end up winning this category. So I don't know. So no offense to all these guys. I'm sure they're fine people. It's just this like past people have kind of like spoiled and ruined this for me. Where like I don't even want to decide. Like, I might just leave this one blank and then take the L. Just be like, yeah, I didn't vote, so I lose this category. But I'm going to pick Queso. Everything I've seen so far, he seems like a fine person. Saying that now, I'm expecting someone in the comments to be like, actually, he's like this terrible person because of blah blah blah. But till in November 22nd at 2 a.m. in the morning in 2024 for the amount of content that I have seen personally from Queso, which is very little. My mindset going into this, being completely ignorant of all these creators, is my pick would be Queso. Before knowing any sort of controversy on any of these creators, if any exist. So, content creator of the year, we're gonna go Queso. I'm so sorry, Queso. If you're a fine person and I'm completely like disparaging your name, I don't mean to. Just like I'm concerned from years past. All right, we had content creator. So most anticipated game. Ooh, I feel like I could vote on this one. But I feel like the answer is obvious. All of these deserve to be nominated. Every single one of these. I don't know about Death Stranding 2. I feel like not a lot of people like were in love with Death Stranding 1. But just because of this name right here, Kojima, people lose their fucking minds. So I'd say like out of all of these, Death Stranding 2 is probably the least likely to be most anticipated. Metroid Prime 4, I hate to say it, probably number 4 on the list here. I'm super excited, but I got some catching up to do with Metroid games. So I'm going to leave that one on the back burner for me, but I'm excited to eventually play it. Monster Hunter Wilds seems like a huge step up for Monster Hunter fans. This is like the big one that they're waiting for. I'm not a Monster Hunter guy. The game's always looked interesting to me, and this game looks like it's fun as hell, especially for multiplayer. So I can understand why people are so excited about this. I can understand why so many people are excited about Ghosts of Yotai. So I would actually imagine this one would probably number 2 on my list. But the obvious one, it's such a shame because all of these other ones like definitely deserve this amount of hype. But it's obvious this one kind of just throws away the entire game here. Grand Theft Auto 6. How can you pick anything else? Even though like these are so close. But you're going up against Grand Theft Auto 6. How do you compete? Nothing can compete. There's nothing. There's no game in existence that is in the works or could be a sequel to something in the past that would bring as much hype as GTA 6. Probably to its detriment, you know. Might be the downfall of the Grand Theft Auto franchise if things don't go perfectly. But as of right now, the hype is real. GTA 6. So we're doing most anticipated, yeah. Game, I'm doing GTA VI. GTA VI. Let's go previous. Best adaptation. Okay, so I've only seen one of these. Oh man, I feel like last year had more categories that I watched. All right, best adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. Now, I don't know because of the games that this is referencing. I would have only played Sonic and Tomb Raider. So I don't know how faithful things are there. But and as far as I know, Arcane like just started the second season, so like I'm not entirely sure why this is on the list. If it's just starting as the nominations are coming in. So yeah, that's kind of like questionable. I didn't know there was a Yakuza thing happening from Sega and Amazon MGM Studios. Okay. Didn't know about that. Why does my Twitch thing still say immortality? There's something wrong with this. Just chatting. There's something broken with my Twitch quick actions. I gotta remove it and add it back in my OBS. Because it keeps setting my game category to immortality. I've only streamed that game twice. And I had to like limit like who can watch it because it's a very mature rated game. I don't know why it keeps, and it's such a long time ago. Like I don't know why it keeps reverting back to that. I'm not playing Immortality. I'm doing just chatting. This is like my third time trying to set it. So it should be just chatting now. It's been such a problem with my streams lately. Anyway. Yeah. I don't know. If we're going based on the description here, I don't know if I would. Again, I haven't watched it, so I don't know how the Sonic movies compare in a faithful, authentic adaptation of the video games. So this thing came out already, the Yakuza thing, because I haven't even heard of this. I know the Tomb Raider thing is on Netflix right now, and not a lot of people are happy with it. Like, it seems like it's not well received, so I don't think it's going to be Tomb Raider. My vote, I know people lose their minds over the Sonic movies. I can't imagine why. Like, I'm like, these look so bad. But apparently they're really good. And they don't look like, oh, hey, here's the video game as a movie. They look like, hey, here's a kid's game that has these characters from the game. And we're just going to do our own slapstick thing. But, okay. Yeah, my pick would be for either Arcane or Fallout. Considering that Arcane just started the new season, like, and how great Fallout was, as somebody who didn't play Fallout, I'm just gonna pick Fallout. So, best adaptation. So, I feel like Jordan's gonna pick Fallout as well, even though I know he really likes Arcane as well. But we'll see. Court, I'm gonna guess we'll pick Knuckles. Oh, this is the TV show. This isn't even the movie. This is the Knuckles TV show. I forgot that was a thing. Okay, so that already came out. All right. So, MGM Studios. So that's got to be it. No, Amazon. Is this a TV series or a movie? Because so far, All of these are TV series, I think. Yeah, they're all TV series. There's no movies. This can't be a movie. I think these are all TV series. There's no movies. Okay, interesting. Best multiplayer. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. So we got some interesting choices here. We got Call of Duty Black Ops 6. That's definitely an option. Helldivers. I imagine there's some controversy there. But I feel like the people nominating it in the industry. So I only know so far. I don't know who exactly is in the nominating process. I know one person who is, based on my social media feed. That would be. I don't want to say the name because I don't want to like single somebody out and have people go and attack these creators, like using this video as an excuse to be like, oh, now I know who it is, so I'm gonna like go and attack that person because I disagree with them. So I'm gonna keep names out of this, even though it's probably public knowledge and you could probably figure it out. I'm going to not be a contributor to, expediting that process for you. You can put in the work if you want, but I'm not gonna say who it is. That said, the people who are nominating these games, I imagine like they put Helldivers in because they genuinely love the Helldivers 2 multiplayer experience, which makes sense. When it launched, it was a big deal. It was all over the news until PlayStation decided, hey, we're going to strong arm the experience and make things our way, financially benefit us and fuck over the players and consumers. That in itself became its own major story that overshadowed all the goodwill and benefit that Helldivers 2 launched with. So for that reason, I'm skeptical to pick it for multiplayer. I feel like Call of Duty is going to outshine there. Now we got some interesting other options here. Tekken 8, I haven't really seen any discussions on it, but again, I'm not in that sphere. Maybe I can ask somebody who I know is in the fighting game sphere what they think of Tekken 8. That's the only fighting game on this list, so that's interesting. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. I feel like people were hyped for that game. I don't know how people feel right now about it or what kind of reception that game got. I know that Super Mario Party Jamboree is the first positively received Mario Party in a long time because people fucking hate Mario Party. Let me tell you. They hate Mario Party. I mean, I love Mario Party. But people hate Mario Party. But this one, people seem to love. And it introduced a massively multiplayer experience that is new for this series. And seems like it's going pretty well. And people are having a fun time. And they made some much needed additions to the game that people are asking for, such as changing up the play style to fit what people more prefer out of these games. So for me, it's a toss-up here between Black Ops and Mario Party. It seems like people really like Black Ops. I don't know if I've heard anything negative about it. So this is a tough one. I'm going to go with my gut here. I'm going to pick Super Mario Party. I'm probably wrong, but let's see. Best multiplayer. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Wait. I don't know why I'm typing so. It's late. I'm typing like a monkey here. Well, not knowing what he's pressing. Best sports slash racing game. This is always going to be a guessing game for me. Because I'm going to be like, oh, obviously it's FIFA, which is now FC. But I don't know. I don't know. I know I see the F1 games go like free weekend all the time. That said, I also see FC games doing that too. And sometimes the NBA games. I think all of these are all these 2K games. No, 3 of them are 2K. These 2 are EA, I believe. 2 EA games, 3 2K games. I was gonna make a point that it's free all the time. It can't be that well received if they're trying to get players in the game. But I think they all do it. So my default pick is the FC games, the soccer, because they've always been like the top selling games ever, like next to GTA all the time. So I don't know. All right, we're doing best sports slash racing, and I'm gonna do EA. I'm just gonna put FC 25 255 25. Best sim slash strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. We got the Age of Mythology Retold, which I think I've seen some positive feedback on that. I haven't looked up like Metacritic on any of these things. Again, I'm seeing these nominations for the first time here. For most of them. I know the Game of the Year nominations, but this is my actual first time looking through these games, so I don't know Metacritic score or anything. I'm just going based off of the vibes I'm getting. So maybe I'll change like this entire list here eventually after the stream, but this is my feelings going in. This is the current list, and I'll probably be honest, I'll probably keep whatever I decide on this stream here. Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord. Oh, that's the one that's like, okay. I don't know. Have I heard if that one's good? This is from Atlas. I'm gonna go with the Age of Mythology. But I don't know. This one's just a guessing game for me. So best sim slash strategy. We're gonna do Age of Mythology. Just gonna do main series game. This one I have heard of, or I heard the nominations already. So this is gonna be an interesting one. I don't know what I'm gonna go with here. I have played one of these games so far. I'm looking forward to playing all of these games. I'll be honest. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. So the interesting thing about there is, how do you categorize family play? Is it a co-op experience, or just everybody's in the room watching and it's just a family friendly game that everybody can enjoy watching or playing? Because I think all of these games kind of fit in the latter. In terms of the former description, the only one would be Mario Party Jamboree. I don't think people voting care about that description though. I think they're just going to be like, yeah, this is a cute platforming game or whatever it is, and it's a fun family game that everybody can enjoy playing or watching. I think that's the kind of mindset that the voters are going to come in with this. Now, obviously, you can vote, you can sign in to vote and affect the decision, but that's only a small portion. I'm going with who the major players voting on this category are probably going to go and say that all of these are appropriate for the running of this category here. Now, that said, I don't think Princess Peach Showtime is going to win. It wasn't really that well received. Not saying that it like doesn't fit the category. It obviously does, and I'm sure the people who nominated it thought it was a great game and a great time. But I think wide and players wide, it wasn't that well received. It wasn't blown out of the water. I feel like people had a great time with Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. From my understanding, though, a lot of people just like played the game and spammed the bed. And just like went through the entire game just spamming the bed recreation, because you can go through the whole game just using the bed. So I don't know. I feel like most people played this game out of all of them, maybe not Astrobot, but yeah, I think more than Astrobot. I feel like most people played this game, the first Zelda game where you actually play as Zelda, that had a cute art style and everything. So I don't know if that means more voters have played this game compared to the other ones and feel like they are obligated to vote for this because they had a great time playing it. But that said, personal pick, the one I played, The Plucky Squire. I thought this game was very well done. It's not an amazing game, blow out of the water or anything, but it is a storybook children's game that had a great story, had a great message, and I'm looking at like what's best game appropriate for family play and everything. The games weren't super challenging, but it is a puzzle game and different gameplay aspects. You can have the kids playing, or just to watch the story even, or if they're like struggling, you can hop in and help them out with the game. So that's kind of a family experience right there. I don't think Mario Party is gonna win this. It could. I don't think it will. To be honest, I think the game that's gonna win this is the game that's nominated for Game of the Year, and that's Astrobot. I feel like Astrobot's gonna win this. This game, I'm excited to play this game. I still have not finished the first one for PS4, or for PS5. Yeah, launched with PS5. I still want to finish that and collect everything there. But I'm excited to play this because this game looks fantastic, right up my alley. Looks like a lot of fun, and it seems like it's very well received, enough to get nominated for Game of the Year. Who would have thought? I don't think I would have. But so best family, I'm voting for, or I'm predicting Astrobot. Let's go to the next category here. Best fighting game is not going to be Multiversus. I will tell you that. I feel like Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection had some controversy. I'm gonna say Tekken 8. My personal, like, what I want to play from this, I want Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. That's an amazing collection. It's priced way too damn high. Even though you're getting some amazing games with it, it's priced way too damn high, man. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm looking forward to eventually playing it. I'll wait for a sale. I don't think I've seen any Black Friday sales so far for this game, but I'll keep my eyes open because that's definitely a game I want. I've heard good things about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. People seem to really like that. I don't think I'm in the sphere for Grand Blue Fantasy. These look like they're fun games, but I don't know anything about them. I know people are not going to be voting for Multiversus. The people voting, some of them are going to be like, wait, is this game still out? I thought it was like in a beta form and they took it away. It's still out? It got released finally? And it's like, or didn't this game get released like years ago? Why is it here? Like, this could be the mindset here. And I know that it's not very well received as a fighting game in general. So I don't think it's going to win. I'm going to vote for Tekken. Even though my heart wants to go for Marvel vs. Capcom. But best fighting, we're going to go with Tekken 8. That's where I'm going. It's probably going to be Dragon Ball. Best RPG, for the best game designed with rich player character customization, and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences, including but not the reason for it. We had Dragon's Dogma 2. I think that game came out early this year, right? I forgot about that. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree. So that's the DLC. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. This is a tough one. I don't think it's going to be... I don't know. Because Dragon's Dogma had incredible customization. With rich player customization and progression. I don't think Final Fantasy really fits this category. Although it is, I guess it just in general, RPG in general. We're looking at the game description. Fuck, man. And I think I had on my list that Final Fantasy was going to be Game of the Year. Oh, man. I think we fucked up. Damn, this one's tough. For the character customization, I would say Dragon's Dogma 2. If you're looking at it for that specific reason. I don't think the voters are. So I want to say this one's out. Elden Ring, it's Elden Ring. It's DLC, but it's Elden Ring, you know? So this very much could be it. It could be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But I'm gonna say no and take out Final Fantasy. Just because I have to start narrowing this down. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. It seems like people love this. I don't know fully how this translates to the category description, if that's what we're looking for. My gut is saying go with this, though. Metaphor ReFantazio. This is recency biased. It's a Persona-like game. I'm going for that. It seems like people love this game too. So best RPG. I am probably wrong, but I'm gonna go with Metaphor ReFantazio. This is a tough category. It's up in the air. Any one of these could get it. Damn. It's saying something for me to say, yeah, Final Fantasy VII probably not gonna be it. That's crazy. But it's true. I mean, Final Fantasy VII could still do it, but compared to all these other ones, I think that it's tough competition. Best action / adventure. The funny thing about this, there's a few things that are funny about this. We got Astrobot. Okay, let's read the description. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. I would say Astrobot definitely fits that description. That could definitely be a winning contender here. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, I think, is that as well. What's funny is the studio that worked on this got disbanded and dissolved into other parts of Ubisoft, working on other games. They wanted to make a sequel to this. It did not perform very well. Not a lot of people bought this game. The people that did buy this game, I do have it on my shelf. I had it here, but people that did buy this game absolutely loved it. I still haven't played it yet. But in terms of like the quality of the game and review, this seems like a lot of people's game of the year. It came out late last year, I think, or early this year. So it's a game that suffers from not having the recency bias. But that said, it could still be a lot of people's game of the year for those who played it. I don't know if the people voting in this show have played the game though. It was a commercial failure, but a a critical success. Silent Hill 2. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything about what people think about this. I don't know. I know what people think about Star Wars Outlaws, and I don't think Star Wars Outlaws is winning this category. I'll say the one game out of this category here that's not going to win is Star Wars Outlaws. I'm going to kick out Silent Hill 2 because I haven't heard anything either. This, as best action adventure, could possibly do it. I mean, I feel like it's a well-received enough action adventure game that fits all of these descriptions here, but I'm gonna say the vote's gonna come down to Astrobot or Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I'm going to just for the messaging that this puts out here. Hey, Ubisoft and gamers in general who didn't buy it, you fucked up, because this is the best action adventure game of 2024 and it's not being recognized. So I'm gonna vote for Prince of Persia. So, best action adventure, Prince of Persia. We got that. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. We got some interesting choices here. I don't know if I would categorize Helldivers 2 as that, but somebody nominating these games really fucking loves Helldivers 2, I'll tell you that. I think all these other games fit the category, though. Maybe not... I guess Call of Duty. I'm not voting for Call of Duty here in this one. I would say Black Myth, Wukong, or Stellar Blade's probably going to win this. Warhammer might have a good chance. But I'm going to narrow my choices between Black Myth and Stellar Blade. For me personally, I have a bias and sort of fucking vendetta against Black Myth and the studio. So I don't want to put it on any of my lists. So this is just kind of like my own personal biases influencing this decision here. So I'm gonna go with Stellar Blade. That's just what I'm putting here. So best action game, I'm gonna put Stellar Blade. Let's go. Previous. Best VR/AR. For the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform, we've got Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, which I've heard is pretty good, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR. Did I not know that game was VR? I know there's the regular Metal Hellsinger. I didn't know about VR, or maybe I did and I forgot. Metro Awakening, never heard of. I know of the Metro games and never heard of Metro Awakening, so I'm far out of the loop there. It's Batman Arkham Shadow. People won't shut up about this game. It was a big joke when it was announced, and people saying, "Oh, I don't fucking want this game. I want a regular Batman game. Give me regular Batman Arkham games. Don't put this stupid VR crap out there." But it seems like people love it. It seems like it's an Oculus seller. It's the game to get. Asgard's Wrath 2, heard good things, and it seems like people play it, won't stop screaming about it, but it's not Batman. People are not driven to it like Batman and gushing about it like Batman. Batman has taken over the conversation here. I'm voting for Batman. So, best VR/AR will be Batman. Okay, let's see what we got here. Best mobile game. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. For the best game playable on a mobile device, we got AFK Journey. No idea what that is. We got Balatro. Pokemon trading card game Pocket. This is the one that most recently came out. That's taken everybody by storm here. Everybody's playing this game. I loaded it up and played a few things. I don't know if this game's for me, but it's got people talking right now. I don't know what this is. Wuthering Waves. Okay. And then we got Zenless Zone Zero. As cool as Zenless Zone Zero looks to me, and I feel like I would have a fun time playing this, and I feel like it's very well received. It's not winning. This isn't the biggest Hoyoverse game out there. It's like so many more of their other ones are more popular than this, I think, from last I checked. So this isn't their big hit. It's going to be Balatro or Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. This might have the recency bias for voters, but that said, Balatro is the clear winner here. That seems to be like everybody's favorite game on the planet. So, let's see, best mobile game. I'm voting Balatro. Okay. Did I put B? I spelled it wrong. Balatro. Go previous. Best debut indie game. Oh, here's where things get controversial, right? For the best debut game created by a new independent studio. So we got Animal Well. I guess published by Shared Memory, developed by Shared Memory, published by Big Mode. I think they're going developer publisher. Is that where it's coming from? Which really, if it was independent, wouldn't have a publisher. But some of these publishers, like Devolver Digital, publish indie games that stay indie. They don't actually own the games. But okay, Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and the Plucky Squire. Again, for me, I've only played the Plucky Squire, but I don't think it's winning to these other ones. It wasn't the big critical hit that people thought it could be. It's a good game. I had fun with the game. I really liked it. Creatively, it was fun. It's not an amazing game though. It's not gonna win these kind of awards. So I would say it's gonna be either Animal Well or Balatro. I remember Pacific Drive trailers. I don't see anybody talking about it. So Manor Lords, same thing. Animal Well or Balatro. Damn it. This is a tricky one. I'm gonna say Balatro. Even though I feel like people are like, Animal Well was so good. It debuted and people loved it. It's such a surprise hit from Donkey, of all people. This amazing game that came out. But I feel like it's gonna be Balatro though. I feel like Balatro is gonna like sweep for the categories it's in. So best debut indie game, going Balatro. Okay, best independent game. See, this is where things piss me off. Okay. All right, Jeff. What do you have for the description for best independent game? For outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. And we have traditional publisher systems right here. Annapurna Interactive, which is no longer a thing because everybody quit. There's no publisher anymore. So people seem to really love this game though. Okay, this is gonna be a tough one too. Neva as well, UFO 50 as well. Oh my god, I'd say this is the most difficult category yet. Holy shit. How the fuck do I vote for this? Or predict this. This is insane. So I thought these two were a big, you know, contention right here in first place. But no, Lorelei and Laser Eyes, Neva, UFO 50, nothing but positive feedback I've seen on all of these games. Oh man, do I go Mossmouth because there's no publisher? We're going to get very technical with the description, even though I know probably every voter in this category is not going to be looking at the description. They're just going to be like, oh, best independent game. I think this game is independent and it's the best one. So we're going Balatro. I'm going Balatro because there's a reason why it's nominated for Game of the Year. So best independent game. I don't want it to be a Balatro. I want it to be one of these other ones, but it's probably going to be that. Best independent game, Balatro. Sorry, Donkey. Maybe you'll win one of the two categories. Maybe you'll win both. But I don't think you will. Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates/patches. This is one I have heard some of the nominations. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. I feel like No Man's Sky had this description and category down in past years. I don't know if that's still the case. Helldivers 2, fuck no way it deserves to win this category. That said, the people voting might be diehard Helldiver 2 fans and think that community support is amazing. But you can't tell me the year that Helldivers 2 had and PlayStation had revolving around Helldivers 2 that this deserves to have best community support. There's no way in hell that this should even be nominated, in my opinion. That said, I can understand why it was nominated for the people who played it and nominated it, and completely aware it could probably win this category. I don't agree that it should though. So I'm discounting Helldivers. I'm not going to include No Man's Sky. I'm not going to include Final Fantasy 14 because I don't think, wasn't there like controversy last year for that game? Can't remember. I'm gonna say Baldur's Gate 3. I know that it's not the launch year, and like last year, people were talking about how amazing the community support was, but this year they included mod support. They added, I think they added better compatibility for consoles and stuff like that. There's like expansion stuff added. I think from what I'm aware, when I stopped playing it, I just stopped playing it. I haven't jumped back into the game, so I know that more stuff has been added. I don't know about their social media presence. That's the thing. Although I don't really know if any of these games benefit from that aspect of the description. So, I mean, my vote's going to be for Baldur's Gate 3. I feel like it's the most appropriate, but best community support. If Helldivers 2 wins, I'm going to be fucking surprised, man. Like, that is insane. Like, it could win in a lot of other categories. There's no way in hell it should be winning best community support. It could be nominated for worst community support, and I'd be like, yeah, that totally makes sense. But there's no way in hell this should be winning this category. Anyway, best ongoing, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Destiny had that amazing DLC that nobody will shut up about. So that is a possibility. That said, fuck Bungie, just as a developer, because you know, not the developers working at Bungie, the higher ups, the people higher up in charge of everything. Go fuck yourselves. Like, just seriously, just if you don't know what I'm saying, talking about, hasn't been a lot of positive stuff in the news. I still want to know what's happening with that lawsuit from the former HR person. There's been no updates on that, but I would love to hear any updates from that as things progress. Diablo 4. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Final Fantasy, Fortnite. I'm gonna say Fortnite because they had it's either Destiny 2 or Fortnite. Fortnite has had those big people are still talking about Fortnite, man. They had the big like Marvel event. There's all these different crossovers that people are still hyped about. I'm gonna vote for Fortnite for this one. I know it seems weird that I'm voting for Fortnite, but okay, best ongoing. I'm going for Fortnite. They had a lot of stuff going on this year. It's probably gonna be Destiny 2, but games for impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Oh, there's 6. Hold on, did we miss? I think I scrolled down for each one of these. So that might be the first category with 6 options. Interesting. So there's going to be some thought behind these games. And it's always like, I played these games too late. You know? After the Game Awards. I don't play them when they're nominated. So I don't have an idea. But there's a specific reason why. Okay, let's just go back. Yeah, we're getting closer to the end. Games for impact. So there's a reason why these are picked. Some of these I've never heard of. I never heard of Closer the Distance and Indica. So I'm sorry. I know the publishers. I'm aware of the publishers, but yeah, pro social meaning or message. Neva. I don't know what the game's about. I know that you're. I know that there's these animals and stuff, and like something dies. It's a very like Ori and the Blind Forest kind of experience, I think, for that. I know that I have played Senua Saga. That was great. It's a very pro mental health awareness game. So I'm aware of that. I know that not a lot of people are liking Life is Strange, and I don't know what positive pro-social meaning or message is in this game. I know the story involves Max in a new setting with new friendships, bleeding into like an alternate universe and like shifting between the two universes to try to find out how her friend died. But aside from that, I don't know what other message or meaning is there, although the Life is Strange games are not new to that concept. Every game has had that sort of, description for this category. So I imagine this game's not any different. That said, I don't think a lot of people are reviewing this game positively from what I've seen. Sort of the same with Tales of Concerto. I think it was more positively received than Life is Strange. It wasn't an amazing Prince of Persia, Metroid kind of experience, like those games were. Although I think it was close, from what I understand. But this is a game that did not sell very well. I think the studio is in financial trouble, from what I understand. It was published by EA. So at least they believed in it enough for it to do well, but it doesn't look like that was the case. However, I do know that this game is built around a positive message and a very personal experience from the developer, who based this game around his experience after losing his father, and developing a game around that feeling, sort of as a coping mechanism, or just a method of healing and going through that experience of losing a loved one. So I want to say, like, this is probably one to go for. I kind of want to look up, like, what is Neva about? I don't really know. Neva. I know people love it though. 4.5 for reviews on Steam. Follows a young woman named Alba who must travel with her wolf companion Neva across 4 seasons in a world corrupted by darkness. Neva seems to be the game that's, of the ones I am aware of, the most positively received. I love Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. A lot of reviewers did not. I think I'm gonna vote for Neva. I feel like that's kind of the safe choice here. Okay, let's see. Games for Impact. Neva. But I still think you should play Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. I had a great time with that. Innovation in accessibility. This is always one where I don't look into the accessibility options, so I don't know. These are games usually I don't play. That said, I don't know. I feel like I've heard things about most of these. From Call of Duty to, I don't know about Diablo, Dragon Age, Prince of Persia, Star Wars. I feel like I've heard positive things about accessibility in all of these games. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. I will say that I know that Dragon Age has an like kind of like a no die mode. So if you want to just go through and experience the story rather than like care about difficulty, I don't think that's specifically a reason to win an accessibility nomination, but because there's so much more beyond just like, hey, you can't die in this game, you know? There's so much more in regard to accessibility for that. But that said, I think I might pick Dragon Age because, you know, I feel like I've heard good things about the accessibility options in that game. It's a game that people are loving right now. I think that's the first thing I've seen this game be nominated in a category for, which seems insane. So I think I'm gonna go with Dragon Age. So let's see. What was this? Innovation in accessibility. All right. So I'm gonna go Dragon Age, the Veilguard. I think we're reaching the end. Best performance. This is gonna suck because I don't know all the roles in all the games. Brianna White, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Who does she play? I've seen clips and videos and gameplay and stuff of Final Fantasy, so maybe I'll know. Brianna White, Final Fantasy. Oh, she plays Aerith. Okay. Yeah, okay. I can see that. Hannah Tell in Life is Strange Double Exposure. I'm guessing she plays Max. Humberly Gonzalez, Star Wars Outlaws. I've seen a few clips of Star Wars Outlaws. I don't know. I don't think I haven't seen anything bad. I don't know if I've seen anything amazing, but it's just a few clips, so I can't really judge based on that. Seems fine. Luke Roberts, Silent Hill 2. Don't know. This is one. Don't know anything. Having played only one of these games here, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, Melina's performance, just like the first game, was great. And I don't think she did the motion capture, right? Somebody else did the motion capture. You might have done the motion capture. Yeah, best voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. I think she might have done the motion capture. I don't know if these other actors did motion capture. Maybe for Star Wars. I doubt that would have happened for Life is Strange. I'm sorry. Or even Final Fantasy. I don't know if they did motion capture for that. But Melina. I'm pretty sure she does motion capture, yeah. Yeah, I mean she's in the game. She is Senua. And yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to her. So best performance. Yeah. Versions. Okay, so we got that. Best audio design. Ooh, this is always one where it's like, how do you pick, right? Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Again, I would have to play these games to experience it to really say. I've only played Senua Saga. But that was, again, that game is amazing for audio because you get the different voices in your head, the whispers and surround sound. It's just messes with you. So yeah, that game is always great in terms of audio design. I don't know about Astrobot. I get maybe okay. I'm not actually surprised Astrobot's on here, but I guess maybe the audio was great in that game. I don't think that's like the number one thing people talk about for Astrobot though. Call of Duty, I guess. Again, that's not the thing that see people talk about. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So I have watched quite a few gameplay clips. People playing this. Again, not the best experience because you want to actually play the game in its proper, medium to really experience it. And I don't know anything about Silent Hill 2. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go with experience, and I feel like Senua Saga kind of deserve this, but I don't know how it compares to everything else, but I'm gonna say Senua Saga. Best audio design. Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2. I'm still annoyed by the titling system for Hellblade. The first one was called Hellblade Senua Saga, and the second one's called Senua Saga Hellblade 2. Just like you can't decide on what format you want. Alright, best score and music. I think Astrobot has a lot of throwbacks to PlayStation titles, I believe. Oh my god, okay. Final Fantasy VII? Yeah. Like, I don't know much about Final Fantasy. I know that it has great soundtracks. For most of the games. 7 especially. Metaphor ReFantazio. I have heard one song from it, I think. But I imagine coming from Persona, which also had great music. I know nothing about Persona other than the music's fucking great. So I'm guessing Metaphor is the same. Silent Hill 2. I don't know anything about music in Silent Hill games. And Stellar Blade, which I don't know if it had an OST. It just had. Is it just like a commercial soundtrack, like licensed music? For an outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. I'm gonna give it to Metaphor, but I don't know. Can we listen to the Metaphor song? Hang on. I shouldn't get a copyright strike for Metaphor music, right? Because I don't think you would for Persona. Song. Extended version. 15 minutes. Hold on. Metaphor ReFantasio extended version. Warriors and something. Or should I go main theme? Main theme reacting? No. Theme. Melancholy. Says Melancholy Star main theme. 60 minutes. Okay. Let's get bad. Okay, there's one that says battle theme. I think that might do it. Extended 1 hour. Let's see. Oh yeah. I think this is the song I heard. Oh shit! I've seen a fucking TikTok from this. yeah. This is and somebody did a fucking animation for this. It was hilarious. I'm just picturing it. Okay. I think I'm gonna give it to Metaphor. I think that one song is always gonna be in my head. Okay. Best score and music. Metaphor. Fan. Alright. That TikTok is hilarious. I love it. Best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. I don't think any of these three are gonna win it. I could be wrong, and I probably will be wrong. I'm gonna say Metaphor or Neva, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go for Neva. So, best art direction, Neva. Okay. Next category here: best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. God damn, we got some close ones here. Again, I don't know anything about Silent Hill 2. I'm sorry. Yeah, Metaphor could win it. I think Like a Dragon could win it. Honestly, I feel like Final Fantasy VII or Senua is probably gonna be the top two. But I think I would be on the safer side to vote for Final Fantasy. Let's see, best narrative. I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy. Rebirth. 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 Alright, I think we're reaching the end. Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Oh, we got 6 options here. Man, I'm glad I keep scrolling. Okay, 6 options. Astrobot. I can't imagine. It's got the full experience of the DualSense controller. I will give it that. At least that I know. But I don't think a basic 3D platformers, which is what it is going to win for this category. Balatro is a card game. I guess the mechanics and how you play the card game. I guess I don't see this one winning though. I honestly think it might be Black Myth Wukong. I don't think Final Fantasy VII is reinventing anything from what I see from the gameplay. I could be wrong. Maybe Metaphor. I want to, like, in spite of Black Myth though, vote for Elden Ring. I'll vote for Elden Ring. I want to like pick it in spite, just out of spite. Okay, best game direction. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd. Alright, we're going to go previous here. So, Game of the Year, the final category. And boy, do we have some options here. Again, 6 options. Crazy category this year. So, who would have expected these nominations, by the way? I mean, I think we guessed Final Fantasy VII. But we got Astrobot. Oh, sorry. Let's read the category. So, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. It's now 3 a.m. for me. I'm not doing anything else tonight. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Fuck, could be Elden Ring. It could be Elden Ring. I think all of these are a possibility. There's people are going to be picking not based on the description. They're going to be picking what's the game of the year, and they're going to pick Balatro. I don't think Black Myth Wukong is going to be game of the year, but I might be wrong. I will be so upset if it is, though. But I feel like people have played it and be like, yeah, it's a great game. Like, the fucking, the annoying anti-woke fucks absolutely love the game because they're so pissed off about every fucking game in existence that they can't play it because it hurts their feelings and they can't stand that other people exist in this world. So they have to have the man game. They have to play the Black Myth Wukong. And they're like, this is the best game ever made. I don't need to play any other game other than Black Myth Wukong. Good for you. I feel like most other people, normal fucking people that have played the game, said like, yeah, it's alright. So I don't, like, yeah, it's a great game, but like of those people, nobody's saying this is the best game ever. So I don't see it winning, but I could be wrong. I don't know who's in the voting process here. People love every game on this list, though. Any one of these could win. This is such a tough choice. Do I go with our past year prediction? I'm pretty sure we predicted Final Fantasy. As I say, me and Court predicted Final Fantasy. Astrobot would be such a surprise hit. Balatro came out of nowhere. Elden Ring is Elden Ring, so you can like kind of expect it. I guess you could kind of predict Metaphor Refantasio as well. If you're like really up, like, oh, this is Persona, this is gonna be the next big hit. I think some people can predict that, but it is a new game, a new franchise, a new series, so it's not like that expected or anything. So, and Astrobot's just, it's a kids platformer. Who would have thought it would be on this list? Game that delivers absolute best experience across all. I feel like I need to take a moral stand here and not say Elden Ring. I'm gonna take out Black Myth Wukong. We're gonna look at Astrobot, Balatro. I want to say I'll take out Balatro, but no, this is very much a possibility that this could win Game of the Year. I can absolutely see this game winning Game of the Year. I don't know if it should, but it's. I would say this is one of. I'd say like any game I narrow down, Balatro is gonna be like the number, or tied with that choice, or number 2 or whatever. So it's really like what game goes up against Balatro. I don't know if Final Fantasy VII is gonna get it. Metaphor. I kind of want to go Astrobot versus Balatro here. I'm going to go with my boy Astrobot. I'm going to say Astrobot Game of the Year. This is probably a terrible decision. I got to give it to my boy Astrobot though. I hope you win. This would be crazy. So many people will be upset. To the levels of Baldur's Gate 3 last year. Do you like the people who played Spider-Man 2 and that was all that they played up against all these other games? Like, I haven't heard any of these games. What the fuck is a Baldur's Gate 3? Like, so many of those people were so upset that Baldur's Gate 3 won, and they were so sure that Spider-Man 2 was going to win. This is that same situation. If Astrobot or even Balatro win Game of the Year, especially these two right here, but I'm gonna say especially Astrobot because it's a kid's game, right? Because I think that has more meaning and impact than a card game, right? But I feel like either one of these win, the Black Myth Wukong fans are going to lose their fucking mind. And I cannot wait for it. I hope to fucking God Astrobot wins. Because that will be hilarious. That's going to be... Oh, shoot. No, wait. No, I don't want to do that. That's going to be so amazing to see people get so upset and cry on fucking Twitter and TikTok that their beloved game Black Myth Wukong didn't win Game of the Year. And it lost to a fucking kids platforming game with a dancing robot. Oh, I would love it. I'm voting for Astrobot, or I'm gonna predict Astrobot. Game of the Year, Astrobot. Oh, I'll be so happy if Astrobot wins, man. That means there's gonna be so many Black Myth Wukong crybabies, and I'm gonna be so happy. Like, yep, just keep trying. Granted, Black Myth Wukong could win, and I understand why it could win. And I'm not gonna be upset about it. I will be kind of upset about it, I'll be honest, because fuck this game, fuck the developers and everything. But I understand why it's nominated. I understand why it would win. I understand why people would vote for it who have played it. But that said, I'm gonna fucking laugh if Astrobot wins, man, because they're gonna be fucking crying. They're gonna be fucking shitting their pants. They're gonna be like, wondering like what even is the purpose of life. They're gonna be like, wait, is woke good? I don't understand. Their whole life meaning is not gonna like make sense. They're gonna be like, may, maybe. I don't even know how to say this, man. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe maybe I, maybe, maybe I'm not mega. Maybe it's a big scam. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. This is a fucking mega game. I'm telling you right now. MAGA gamers are playing Black Myth Wukong. I'm just letting you know. That's the kind of game you want to be associated with. That's what kind of game it is. Yeah, this is my list right here. Best esports team, Team Liquid. I'm gonna go to all categories. No, let's just stay on Game of the Year. Best esports team, Team Liquid. Best esports athlete, Faker. Best esports game, League of Legends. Content creator of the year, Queso. Most anticipated game, GTA 6. Best adaptation, Fallout. Best multiplayer, Super Mario Party Jamboree. Best sports/racing, FC 25. Best Sims strategy, Age of Mythology. Best family, Astrobot. Best fighting, Tekken 8. Best RPG, Metaphor ReFantazio. Best action/adventure, Prince of Persia. Best action game, Stellar Blade. Best VR/AR, Batman. Best mobile game, Balatro. Best debut indie game, Balatro. Best independent game, Balatro. Balatro's gonna sweep here. Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3. Best ongoing, Fortnite. Games for Impact, Neva. Innovation in accessibility, Dragon Age The Veilguard. Best performance, Melina Jurgens. Best audio design, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Best score and music, Metaphor ReFantazio. Best art direction, Neva. Best narrative, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Best game direction, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, and Game of the Year, Astrobot. Those are my predictions. It's going to be a fun time seeing who's going to predict the most and what's going to win. I'm looking forward to it. Game Awards, I believe, is actually, I will let you know right now on December 12th. I will let you know what time. On Thursday, December 12th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. If you want to watch along with us, myself, Jordan, and Lumi, and I think Court, I'm waiting a response on that, and whoever else may show up and join us. You can watch along with us over on Spawntrap's channels. So that would be youtube.com/@SpawnTrapGames. Make sure you turn on notifications if you go there, as well as our twitch.tv/SpawnTrapTV. Those are the places to watch along. We'll watch the full show with our commentary and reactions and discussions over top of it. It's going to be a fun time. We look forward to this every year. What are your picks and predictions for some of the categories here for the Game Awards, or even just Game of the Year? Let me know in the description down below. If you want to see these live streams happen for regular games, why not just do regular gameplay streams? Make sure that you're following on twitch.tv/TillPlays or youtube.com/@TillPlaysLive. That's right, it's not just this channel, it's a different channel. Go follow the live stream channel. Follow this channel as well. Make sure you turn on notifications so you know when I go live. You can also be notified by joining the Discord in the Linktree link down at the bottom of the screen, which also has all of the other places where you can follow me. I am mostly active right now on Instagram, Threads, but especially Blue Sky. So definitely go follow me there. Follow the Spawntrap channel and everything else also in the Linktree links down at the bottom of the screen or in the description below. And I hope you had a fun time predicting nominations with me, and I hope to see you at the Game Awards. Not at the Game Awards, but at our live stream reacting to the Game Awards for Spawntrap. It's gonna be a fun time. It's 3 a.m. I'm going to bed. Have a good night.